description of the battle itself is a masterpiece of historical writing. Always trying to offer a fair and unbiased judgment, he gives the reader deep insight into an event which has, ever since, attracted the attention of millions of people all over the world, although it had changed nothing. On the day, the high seas fleet fought with outstanding bravery and skill, yet it had only been able to knock at the gate of its golden cage without successfully opening it. Nick Jellicoe's book not only describes the battle's origins, he also gives the reader a view from both above and below deck and a sense of the ordeal of naval action. And finally, he explores the aftermath, the lessons learned by admirals on both sides, and the way in which naval officers and the public commemorated and symbolized the battle, known in Germany as the Skagerrak-Schlacht, back then but also today. This very contemporary approach, which is based on a wide range of both well-known as well as some new documents, makes reading his book a real pleasure. Professor Dr. Michael Epkenhans, Center for Military History and Social Sciences of the Bundeswehr, Potsdam. Preface. The Battle of Jutland was the largest and last dreadnought engagement in history. 250 ships battled against each other for 12 hours, through day and night, in a struggle that dwarfed the Battle of Trafalgar. Every 10th sailor, whether British or German, died, but unlike the war in the trenches, officers led from the front with their men, and for the British, 3 admirals paid the ultimate price. The century that followed Trafalgar was one in which no other nation came close to challenging British sea power until Kaiser Wilhelm II, emboldened by a deep jealousy and hatred of his British birthright, set Germany on a course that would inevitably lead to war. The significance of Jutland is in danger of being lost, its importance overshadowed by the monumental slaughter of the land war, rather than being put into the wider strategic context of and impact on the First World War as a whole. The battle was one of the decisive turning points in the First World War, promoting a complete turnaround in German naval strategy, one that brought Britain to its knees and close to defeat in 1917, as shipping vital to the nation's survival was methodically destroyed by unrestricted German submarine warfare. Even so, the German Navy's strategic shift proved to be a huge miscalculation on Germany's part. It brought American manpower and resources into the war and helped tip the balance of the war to favor the Allied cause. The incarceration of the German surface fleet and its eventual scuttling at Scapa Flow had other unforeseen results. It accelerated the collapse of morale in the German Navy, exacerbating the social tensions between ranks and fomenting the growing revolutionary movement in Germany by providing committed and seasoned recruits to its cause. With the loss of the fleet as a bargaining chip at the Versailles peace negotiations, the reparations exacted by the Allies only fueled German bitterness after the end of the war. That bitterness ultimately contributed to the years of civil strife and to Hitler. Acrimony followed the battle's end. The British public had expected another Trafalgar, and when the German fleet was not annihilated, the search for a scapegoat began. Admiral Sir John Jellicoe, the British commander-in-chief, was the first victim. A war of words between 2 rival camps comprised of zealous supporters of the 2 British admirals who fought on the day, Sir John and Vice Admiral Sir David Beatty, commander of the battle cruiser fleet, BCF, dragged on for decades, although neither faction wanted a public debate which both knew was liable to tarnish the Royal Navy's reputation. And yet even today the unhealthy nationalistic debate continues. For Germany it was different. The Skagerrak-Schlacht, as the battle became known, served as the key act in the German Navy's fight to restore its honor. The battle became a well of heroic and courageous propaganda. In Wilhelm II's words, German valor at Jutland had broken the spell of Trafalgar. The battle was complex. Its story must be set against the context of the times, and the story of its tactics, technology, and personalities told through both British and German eyes. It is a story of how the 2 most powerful navies were shaped by the larger-than-life personalities of men like Tirpitz and Jackie Fisher.